The news live at the site of the event. Information on events as they are happening. If it's breaking news, it's Nile TV.
President Fattah al-Sisi met on Sunday with New Valley Governor General Mohammed al-Zamlout. Presidential spokesman Ambassador Bassem Radi said that during the meeting, al-Sisi was briefed on the status of the strategic projects in the governorate of New Valley. He said al-Sisi gave directives and directions to continue with the implementation of developmental projects and to make full use of available investment opportunities. He said success elements are important to achieve the best economic benefits for the people of the governorate. For his part, New Valley Governor received and reviewed the latest efforts with regards to initiatives and projects in the governorate in all fields, especially the agricultural field. He gave briefing over the land reclamation and efforts to encourage agricultural investments to expand the cultivation of strategic crops, especially wheat. He also reviewed other progress in the initiative to plant 2.5 million palm trees to increase the date production in the New Valley Governorate. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli continued on Sunday his visit to the United Arab Emirates. Madbouli witnessed the signing of a tripartite cooperation pact within an Egyptian, Jordanian, United Arab Emirate Industrial Integration Partnership Initiative for sustainable economic development between the three countries. The signing ceremony was attended by Jordan's Prime Minister and the United Arab Emirates Prime Minister. More details in the following report.
Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli continued on Sunday his visit to UAE. Madbouli witnessed the signing of a cooperation pact within an Egyptian-Jordanian UAE Industrial Integration Partnership Initiative for sustainable economic development between the three countries. The signing ceremony was attended by Jordan's Prime Minister and the UAE Minister of Industry. Speaking at the signing ceremony, Madbouli said the pact is a model for Arab economic integration to face current challenges. He said a lot of efforts are needed to speed up the implementation of the pact's projects. In his speech, Madbouli reviewed the most significant development steps in Egypt during the past 5 years, especially in the field of industry and food security. He said that despite the coronavirus pandemic and global crisis, 50,000 operation licenses have been issued, allowing for 2.5 million job opportunities. Madbouli said the non-oil export sector has achieved over 20% of growth compared to last year. He said the Egyptian economy is expected to achieve a growth rate PF 6.2% in the 2021-2022 fiscal year. He said the Egyptian state has announced since a few weeks a batch of tax and non-tax incentives to lure foreign investments. Madbouli is accompanied by a high-level ministerial delegation, including the ministers of electricity and renewable energy, planning and economic development, agriculture and land reclamation, trade and industry, as well as a host of senior officials.
United Arab President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed has received Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli and Jordanian Prime Minister Dr. Bishr al-Khasawna upon their arrival to the country. During the talk, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed praised the Industrial Integration Partnership, saying it will fruit property for the peoples of the three countries. United Arab Minister of Industry, Dr. Sultan Al-Gabr, said that the partnership pact is expected to be double investment between the three states. United Arab Emirates President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed gave directions for the establishment of an investment fund with $10 billion to implement the projects of the Industrial Integration Partnership Scheme, and the Integrated Industrial Partnership Initiative also aims to contribute to supporting industrial integration between the three Arab countries. For his part, the Jordanian minister said meetings between the leaders of the three countries highlighted the importance of joint work and trade exchange. He said that the three sides are able to achieve integration in various fields given the political will, vigilant will, surrounding threats and the need of the current phase. Madbouli held a meeting with a number of United Arab Emirates investors to brief them on promising investment opportunities in Egypt and incentives offered by the government to attract further businesses. The army issued a statement detailing operations by law enforcement forces to quell terrorism activities in northern Sinai. The statement was was discovered and operatives in the targeted spot fired at the forces, leading to the killing of 10 operatives. It said weapons, ammunition, hand grenades, explosive belts and amounts, the highly explosive TNT substance, were confiscated in the operation. Here is the full statement.
In the framework of the efforts of law enforcement forces in the armed forces to follow up the terrorist elements in North Sinai, a terrorist shelter for the terrorist elements was detected, and it was besieged and raided. As a result of the decision of the terrorist elements to shoot on the law enforcement forces in the armed forces, and the raid was a success, and it resulted in the death of 10 of the terrorists that are very dangerous, and also with them a number of weapons and ammunition and grenades and explosives were detected, and a large amount of TNT material, the highly explosive material, as well as a number of wireless devices. And the corpses of these elements were collected until all legal procedures are undertaken regarding them. And also one of the terrorists was detained, injured before fleeing the place. And with him, a grenade was found, a gunfire, as well as ammunition, and the legal procedures are made by the different competent investigating authorities. And the men of the armed forces emphasize that they are with strong will and strength going to continue their efforts to eradicate the roots of extremism and terrorism, and will continue construction and development everywhere in Egypt.
Israeli police faced off